Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today is day 3 of my Countdown to Christmas series, and today we're using a stamp set from Catherine Pooler Designs. This is called Candy Cane Lane, and I love the patterns on these candy canes, and I also like that there's candy canes that face opposite sides. So they're nice to crisscross, and so today we're going to be making a pretty simple and easy card just using 2 of the candy canes. So I'm going to grab a couple of them. I grabbed the polka dot, but I ended up changing my mind. We're going to use this striped one. I'm inking it up with Catherine Pooler inks. This is called Shea Butter. It's a real pretty yellow. And I'll grab another candy cane that's facing the opposite way. And I'm going to stamp that with my Skylight ink. And I am filming this pretty early in the morning. Now, those of you who are new, we do have a rooster. His name is Bubbles. And he's out front, so you might be able to hear him. I know a lot of, I changed microphones, and so you weren't able to hear him before, but you might be able to hear him today. He's out front. Okay, I'm going to stamp the little holly leaves 4 times using some spruce ink. And then for the berries, I'm going to use some polished ink. Kind of non-traditional holiday colors, but I like that. I like the softness of them. Okay, I'm going to take the coordinating dice and cut out all my images. Just got to separate them. Okay, once the images are all cut out, we're going to work on our background. We'll set these aside, and I'm going to grab 2 pieces of cardstock. For my background, I'm going to create a panel with a stitched rectangle die that's 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I also use 2 smaller rectangle dies to create a frame that's slightly smaller than my background panel. And I did keep that inside piece of the frame. That's where we're going to stamp our sentiment. Okay, so we'll grab that inside piece, and I want to add a little something to the background. So I'm going to tape this down to my glass mat. And I grabbed a stencil that I've had for a while. This one is called Arctic Snow. It's from Echo Park. And everything that I use, again, as always, will be listed below in case you guys want to check it out. But for my snow, I'm going to use some stone blue ink. And I'm going really heavy at the top and kind of blending out towards the bottom. The bottom is where we're going to stamp our sentiment. So I want to keep that not as busy as the top area. Okay, I placed my little inside panel in my mini MISTI, and I grab my sentiment that says Sweetest Holiday Wishes. We'll place that on the bottom, and then I'm going to ink it up with some VersaFine Onyx Black ink. We'll just stamp it once, and then that is ready to go. Okay, I'm going to place my frame on my background panel, kind of center it, and then this way I can go ahead and tape down my sentiment, kind of puzzle piecing it right back in there. And then I'll lift my frame up, and then we're going to grab some foam tape, place that all around our frame. This gives my panel a little bit of dimension. I like frames and I like dimension on my cards, so I get the best of both for this one. Now I'm going to create a little holly berry cluster. I'm going to start off by gluing 2 of the leaves together, and then I'll kind of scoot them close to each other, and then I'll secure them both together with a little berry cluster. That way it creates one piece, and then that's going to go in the center of our candy canes. Now I want to create longer candy canes, so to do this I'm just going to cut my candy canes in half, and I already added foam tape behind them. Once I cut them in half, I'm going to kind of crisscross them on my sentiment panel here, making sure that they kind of line up with the gap there. I don't want them to be offset. And once I think they look great, I'll add my holly berry cluster. My berries actually put 2 pieces of foam tape up, so they're a little bit more raised than my candy canes. Okay, now we need some sparkle, of course, so I'm going to grab some of my favorite Nuvo glitter drops. These are White Blizzard. They're an iridescent glitter, and I'm just following along the pattern of the candy canes. the blue one here had plaid stripes, and then the white one here has diagonal. So I just went over those with my glitter drops. And then I'll add a few dots of sparkle in my background. Once we have that done, we're going to add one final touch. I'm going to grab some Nuvo Jewel Drops. These are Strawberry Coulis. These will dry translucent, so a little bit clear, but it'll just add a little bit of dimension to those berries. I added 3 drops there in the center. Okay, we'll take our card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. It's top folding. And I'm going to add some tape to it. We're going to do this backwards. I already added my glitter drops here. We'll place that on our card base. And that finishes off my card for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you a lovely day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.